So the drawback of power ratio method, that is nothing but the power ratio method is showing some nonlinear characteristics. So that those nonlinear characteristics or that particular drawback can be overcome by this particular RF substitution method. And in this particular RF substitution method, we will be measuring only one power. We'll be measuring only one power, and that power will be output power only. Whereas in power ratio method, in first method we'll be measuring two powers, P1 and P2, and then we'll be taking a ratio and we'll continue to calculate the attenuation. But whereas in this particular RF substitution method we'll be calculating only single power parameter, and that power that we are measuring will be of output parameter. So this is the setup 1 of RF substitution method, and this is the setup 2 of RF substitution method. So if you observe here, it is very similar to the first setup of first method, that is nothing but, see, this is the setup for the power ratio. This setup and this setup both are very similar, except that in power ratio method, after the crystal detector, we have thermistor mount. After crystal detector we have thermistor mount, and we are measuring P1. But in this particular RF substitution method, after crystal detector we don't have thermistor mount, we have directly the power meter. We have directly power meter. So by introducing this, I mean by taking out the thermistor mount, we'll be first calculating the output power of this particular test bench. In this particular RF substitution, the first step is that we will be calculating the power produced by this general microwave test bench, and we represent that power with P. And we will do the second setup. And what is that second setup? There will be only small change. What is that change? After the frequency meter and before to the slotted line, there we will be introducing variable precision attenuator. Here we will be introducing variable precision attenuator. Here we'll introduce variable precision attenuator. We do by using this particular setup 1, we have measured, okay, and now using this setup 2 also, we will be calculating power, but that is not a new power to represent P2 or P3. So how we are going to measure power in this is that here we have introduced variable attenuator. So what we are will be doing, so we will be varying this particular variable attenuator in such a way that whatever the power that we got from this setup 1, so to that value you will be varying your attenuator. Say for example, using this setup 1, we have calculated 5 watts power. The output power that we got is 5 watts. So now here you need to vary your attenuator in such a way that here it should also, the setup 2 also should provide the 5 watts of attenuation. Until and unless you get the 5 watts of power, you will be varying your attenuation. Once at one particular value of this particular variable attenuator, you will be getting that 5 watts. So you need to stop varying this attenuator at that particular value. So at what value of your attenuator you got the same powers of this setup 1, that particular value is nothing but the attenuation that you have measured by using the RF substitution method. I'm repeating it once again. These are the two setups for measuring attenuation using RF substitution method. From the first setup, we will be measuring the power. We'll be measuring the power. Let us assume that the power we measured using this setup 1 is 5 watts. And now in setup 2, we will be introducing a variable attenuator. We will introduce a variable attenuator. And here what we will do is, we will vary this variable attenuator. We'll start varying this in such a way that this setup 2 should produce 5 watts of power. Whatever the first setup has produced the power, so the setup 2 also should produce the power. So in order to get that particular power, you will be varying the variable attenuator. So at what value of attenuation you get the 5 watts power, that particular value is nothing but the attenuation your unknown device. So in this manner, by making use of this RF substitution method, the attenuation of an unknown device or the attenuation of a network can be measured.